When did football first come into your life? Did you play in the street as a youngster?
Oh, really young, yeah. Yeah, I started on the streets. I think even younger. I started already playing with a football when I was 3 years old. I think 3 years, 4 years old, and then from there on, I knew nothing else than football.
Was it always football for you? Never any temptation for other sports or anything else?
No. It was just football. From the moment I could almost walk, it was football and nothing else. Never tried something else. It was just first. How you say that? First love.
First love, yeah. First love was football.
Yeah.
And did your father play for Alphen? Is that true? Did he play?
Yeah, he played for a club where I was born and raised. So it is already like in the family.
So do you think, did that spark your love for football in a way that you saw your dad doing it and try and follow in his footsteps, and you were involved in the football?
Yeah. Of course, he played in a lower level, but it was also a big dream for my father that for me to be a professional footballer.
And we know it's so much hard work to get to that point. Obviously, you went to Ajax early on, the young Ajax. What was that like in the early days there? Such a big academy.
A really big academy, like you say. It was not always easy how I developed through all the ages. But eventually, my football quality was always on top. Because I was for a long time I was like the smallest kid around. So, and when it becomes more physical, it's a little bit tough to keep it, to keep on the same level, because they just have more strength and more speed, and that makes a big difference in football when you're younger. But luckily enough, the club still had trust in my football abilities, and eventually I paid back their trust.
Absolutely, 100%. And I read some quotes from you about the time there and how sort of inspirational it was, really. The way you looked at yourself in the mirror and said, it's do or die, isn't it? And you're going to go for it, all or nothing, really.
It is. If I really have to, because it is a really long story, if I have to go through all the stages. But eventually, when I became a little bit older and more mature, it was still, like 50-50. I went also I played professional football without a contract, and what you said at that moment, it was do or die, because at that moment you come at the point of no return. It's either you go for it fully and that's it, you will just make steps upwards, or from there on it could be the end of your you cannot even say your career was not even beginning. So that was a little bit the case when I became 18, 19 years old, and from there on something in my head just switched, and it was just I went fully for it, and from that moment on, I didn't look back anymore about how I went through the stages or through the academy, or even this moment. I didn't look back anymore. I just looked forward. I had a goal, and that was to fight for a contract and to be a professional footballer, because I was just so close. I could smell it, and if you at that moment, if you don't make it, you will regret that for the rest of your life, and I didn't want to live with that.
But that's a very mature response, isn't it? Is that's something that not all people would do, I think, in that situation?
No, and that's I think that's special about football, because you have to be really mature at a really young age. You have to make these kind of decisions and just go for it. You see it with our players. We have some players 19 years old, 20 years old. They have to live with pressure this big, and that's really special. That's something I think a lot of people tend to forget.
And obviously people do help you along the way. There were those people at Ajax, I suppose, who really helped you in those early days, even though a lot came from yourself, you're saying.
A lot, I think in my case, I have the feeling 80% came from myself, and 20% I had I can name you three great coaches who really helped me to become really a better player. That was at first Marcel Keizer, Erik ten Hag, and Sean Heitinga, and I have to call Michael Reiziger as well.
Yeah, I remember him as well playing for Middlesbrough. I think. So, and in terms of when you first got through, were you a midfielder early on before you moved to fullback? Is that right?
Yeah. I was a midfielder, and then for the second team, I played one season every position, from left winger to central defender the next game. So I played everything, and that's what really helped me. Now wherever I come on the pitch, I feel comfortable. I don't feel like, oh, what do I have to do over here? I just know what to do it because I played already on every position, so that really helped me a lot.
And we know how tactical the game is. Versatility is so important, isn't it? Yeah, you end up in all areas of the pitch, don't you?
It is.
And in terms of that time at Ajax, and was there a moment then that really changed you when you got in the team as well? I guess you never looked back. You were like, now I am that professional footballer I always wanted to be.
The moment I got my first professional contract, and I felt like really from this moment on my career is starting. From that moment on, I just wanted more. From that moment, that was kind of my first success in my career, and that felt so great, and everybody was so proud. My family was so proud, especially my father, whose his dream was for me to be a professional footballer. So I saw how proud they were, and that did me so much that I wanted more of that.
Does it make all the hard work worthwhile when you have moments? Like, I know it's hard in the moment to look back, but
of course.
I'm playing for United here and making
Of course. Every step I made, which was like a move to this big club, the move to Bayern Munich as well. These moments were that you know why you work every day so hard as you do, why you stand up so early, why you take that extra work, why you sleep early, why you don't go out, why you don't go out with your friends, or why you don't take that pizza you really want to take the day before the game, but it's all worth it at the end.
Do you think that gets underplayed a bit? People look at footballers and perhaps don't appreciate the hardship, particularly in those sort of teen years, aren't they? You miss out on quite a bit, don't you? Quite a lot of growing up.
Yeah, that's true. But I think the people around you know it. The people who know football players and are like in their circle of life, they know how hard of a work it is, and it's like a lifestyle. It's like 24/7 you're a football player. It's just not a game or just a training session. But the people who are not really close to football players, they don't know that. They just know what they see.
And just briefly, you obviously been here with Bayern. I mean, did you imagine one day you'd be playing for United? You came here. Do you have memories of that day, and in particular?
Not really, to be honest. I knew I would eventually want to play for the Premier League, and that I'm able to play for this big club is only a dream I could never dream of. So I was it's not really something I had already in my mind, because like I said, every step for me was already a step of success, and a step of being proud, and a step of that I knew I made another step in my career, and Manchester United is now one big of a step in that way.
Did I read you did German and English at school? Is that right? You did those languages at school? Was that right?
To be honest, I learned those two languages, but it was not for this.
No, but that's how it works out, isn't it? At the end. So it's
eventually,
And just finally, you've settled so well, so quickly at United. It's a real testament to come in and do that, particularly with a debut so quickly as well. Have you been pleased with yourself individually, how things have gone so far?
I think it could go worse than that, because I think it's really tough to come to a new club with all the responsibilities what comes with it. Just training 2 times with new players, you know them from TV and that, but not really knowing how to play with them. and then playing the debut how I played, I was really proud of myself. But I think Eric told it already. You can expect more from me, because that's just the beginning. I think when I really start to feel comfortable and really settle in 100%, then it would be even better, I think.